The Pro Break-Even Calculator. When 0% platform fees actually start saving you money. Do the math once and you'll know exactly which month upgrading starts putting more cash in your pocket. Most creators decide whether to upgrade to a paid plan based on vibes. They scroll a pricing page, feel a vague sense the free plan is probably fine for now, and move on without running the actual numbers. That's a mistake, because this isn't a taste decision. It's arithmetic. Every free plan takes a cut of every sale. A paid plan with 0% platform fees trades a flat monthly cost for that cut. Somewhere in between, there's a specific dollar amount of monthly sales where the trade flips in your favor. Find that number once, and you'll never have to guess about upgrading again. The math nobody does before upgrading. Here's the calculation, stripped down to its simplest form. On a free plan, you pay a percentage fee on every transaction. Let's call it your leak rate. On a paid plan, that leak rate drops to 0%, and you instead pay a flat monthly subscription. Your break-even point is just monthly subscription cost leak rate. The monthly sales volume, where both plans cost you the same. Sell less than that number in a month, and the free plan technically costs you less in raw dollars. Sell more than that number, and the paid plan wins, and keeps winning by a wider margin every month your sales grow. The part most people miss. This isn't a one-time comparison. It's a ratio that gets more lopsided the bigger you get. A flat monthly fee stays flat, whether you sell $200 or $20,000 worth of products that month. A percentage fee scales up right alongside you. That means the break-even point isn't really a wall you cross once. It's a floor. Once you're reliably above it, upgrading isn't a nice-to-have. It's leaving money on the table every single month you delay. Run your own numbers. Pull up your last 30 days of sales. Multiply that total by your current plan's fee percentage. That's your monthly leak. Compare it to what a pro plan costs per month. If the leak is bigger, you've already crossed your break-even point and are actively losing money by staying put. Why the break-even point sneaks up on growing creators? The tricky thing about percentage fees is they're invisible in a way flat costs aren't. A flat subscription shows up as one line item you notice and budget around. A cut on every sale gets quietly subtracted before the money even lands in your account. You never see a bill, so you never feel the total add up. Creators routinely underestimate how much they've paid in fees over a quarter because it never arrives as one painful number. It arrives as 50 small invisible ones. This is exactly why launches and good months are the moments to double-check your math. If you just had a big week from a course drop or a limited time bundle, that single week probably ate more in percentage fees than a month of pro would have cost you outright. Growth is when a free plan gets more expensive, not less. The opposite of what most creators assume when they tell themselves they'll upgrade later, once things pick up. The free plan isn't free. It's a variable rate loan against your own growth, and the interest rate goes up the better you do. Do this 5-minute audit before you decide. Pull your total sales for the last full calendar month. Multiply that number by your current plan's fee percentage to get your actual dollar leak. Compare that leak to the monthly costs listed on the pricing page for a pro plan. Repeat the math using your best month of the last 6, not just an average month. If pro wins on even one of those two comparisons, treat that as your signal to upgrade. Recheck this math every quarter as your sales volume changes. Notice that second bullet. Check your best month too, not just your typical one. A lot of creators run the math on a slow month, conclude they're not there yet, and then have a viral post or a seasonal spike 3 weeks later that cost them hundreds in fees they'd have kept under a 0% plan. If your sales are lumpy, which is normal for most digital product and coaching businesses, size your decision around your peaks, not your averages. It's not just the fee. Stack the extras into your math. The 0% fee is the headline, But it's not the only thing changing in the calculation. A pro plan on store.fan also unlocks Google Analytics on your storefront, so you can see where buyers drop off instead of guessing. You get custom checkout fields, useful for coaches who need a phone number or a specific onboarding answer at the moment of purchase. You get more room in your store designer for content blocks, broadcast emails to your customer list, and discount codes without hitting a ceiling. None of that shows up in the raw fee math, but it compounds the value once you're using it. Put plainly, the break-even calculation above is the floor of the argument, not the ceiling. Even a creator sitting right at break-even on fees alone should tip toward upgrading once they factor in what those extra tools are worth to a store that's actively trying to grow. If you haven't looked at plans in a while, it's worth a fresh look with your current numbers in hand rather than the ones you had when you first signed up. What this looks like on a real storefront. If you want to see the mechanics rather than just the theory, a live example store shows how a fuller pro setup actually looks. Content blocks, delivery flow, and checkout all working together on one page. It's a useful reference when you're deciding whether the upgrade is worth it for your own catalog, especially if you're still deciding how to lay out a store designer page with multiple products, a lead magnet, and a coaching offer all in one link. The real cost of waiting. There's a version of this decision that has nothing to do with spreadsheets. Every month you delay past break-even is a month you've already decided by default to keep paying the fee. Not deciding is still a decision, just the more expensive one. You already have the two numbers you need. What you sold last month and what a plan costs. Everything else is just multiplication. If you haven't yet turned your bio link into an actual storefront, none of this math matters until you do. The biggest fee any creator ever pays is the one on the sale they never made because they didn't have a place to sell. Create your store first, get a few real sales flowing through it, and then come back to this calculator with your own numbers instead of a hypothetical. The whole point of store.fan is that your one link should get more valuable as your audience grows, not less. Run the break-even math today and let your own sales data, not a vague feeling about the pricing page, make the call for you. Key takeaways. Free plans aren't free. They charge a percentage of every single sale forever. No matter how small your store gets, a 0% fee plan has a fixed monthly cost. So the more you sell, the more that cost shrinks as a percentage of revenue. Your personal break-even point is a real number you can calculate in under a minute with your own sales data past break-even. Every additional sale is pure upside. You keep 100% of it instead of losing a slice bundle in the other pro features, Google Analytics, custom checkout fields, more content blocks, and the math tips even further in your favor. Start your creator store free at store.fan.